in the face. Comcast, how about you lick my foot? Yeah, I know, Justin. Oh, we're back! Hello, everybody. That break was brought to you by Comcast. We sniff armpits and then vomit over nuns because we're terrible. That's what we're all about. Comcast. Boogaloo! Thank you so much for subscribing 7 months in a row. I appreciate it. Okay, it looks like maybe John's gonna go live. Maybe. We're playing Tetris 2. It is kind of weird, Jank. How's the scoring going to work here? They will be starting on level 1 and progressing through the levels. Whoever makes it to the highest level wins. If for some reason they do game over in some way or have to reset, they may start on the same level where they lost. So that is definitely allowed. Okay, I am just chilling, waiting for the Proton to go live. I do not see him live yet, but I might be dumb. No, I'm not dumb. He's just not streaming. Oh my gosh. How could you add my shame? Hey, Shentak! I think I see... Okay, let me turn Bugs Bunny down. I have it so loud here, or so low here. Stop it, Bugs Bunny. Well, what I'm gonna say right now is gonna be controversial. Oh wait, no, never mind, he's streaming. No controversy. I'm not bringing up any controversy right now because Proton John is streaming and we're just waiting for him. We do have Tetris 2 coming up. No controversies today. You thought I was gonna... I don't know what I'm even talking about. I'm just trying to blab. This is like my life. I just sit here, try to fill time. Nothing's happening. I see a weird Waluigi on Proton John's screen and we're not gonna watch Waluigi today, okay? No Waluigi. Sorry. Waluigi banned. Waluigi, if you're in my chat, please talk right now so we can insta-ban you. Thank you. Even though I like you. It's just what has to happen.
I heard controversy and I had to appear.
You? Oh, really? Uh-oh. Hello, Faizu.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I am absolutely exhausted and I probably shouldn't even be here, but I am. So, come on, controversy. Let's get it going. Say something controversial.
Uh-oh, Corn Dance.
Something controversial?
No. Okay, what's controversial right now, Corn Dan? Go ahead, express your opinions.
Well, what's controversial? I don't know. I just got home from work and just made dinner.
That's pretty controversial. Dinner!
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh, nothing but dinner drama coming out right now, you know. For all you dinner haters out there, just show your anger right now, I guess. Controversy.
Dinner is for nerds.
Yeah, all you nerds eating dinner. What's up with that? Wow, I sound like crappy Jerry Seinfeld right now. And that's a skill, okay? You like normal Jerry Seinfeld is already kind of unbearable, but crappy Jerry Seinfeld, holy cow. I hear keyboard typing.
Yeah, I'm quoting you.
Oh, Uh-oh.
Yeah, you probably deserve it.
Okay, let me go ahead and make sure that all of the audio is good. I am turning off Contra. Contra, you have good audio, but too bad.
Yeah, you probably deserve it.
And now I need to set up a multi-twitch.
Set it up. Set it up.
It's set up.
Oh, yeah, Zembar, go ahead and mute me. I can hear myself on your stream. Okay, I'm probably muted. Proton John, if you're listening to my voice, go ahead and mute me as well. Because you shouldn't be. Shame on you. Be sure to cheer for people. Cheer for both. We want excitement for Zembar. We want excitement for Proton John.
Ball in the bottom.
Yeah, typing is intensifying. I think everybody is typing right now. Even Corndan, while making dinner, is typing on his dinner.
I can't help it. I type. It is basically what I do all day, every day. Even in my sleep, I am typing.
Oh boy.
I'm just eating fried rice.
I think I prefer
looks like
your version of mine.
That is
we're just about ready to roll. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. And Proton John is rolling. Zembar gonna be hopping in and selecting. They will be about 5 seconds after Proton John at this point. Okay, so welcome to Tetris 2, where you're gonna hear this music forever.
Yeah, this music is burned into my brain already. I played this for like 10 or 15 minutes before the start of this match when you gave this out, and now this loop is just going in my head forever.
Sounds about right. Yeah, Tetris 2, I would... First off, not all of these are very good-looking Tetris pieces. Second off, it plays nothing like Tetris. Yeah, essentially, it's... crappy Dr. Mario is what I'd call this.
Yeah. That seems like a pretty good way of doing it. I have no idea how I did half of the things in this.
Yeah,
Does
so...
that sentence make sense? I'm so tired.
I don't know. I don't know if I was it made enough sense. Proton John getting a wonderful combo right there, finishing round 2 and moving on to 3. So, yeah, the thing is... what made Dr. Mario pretty playable was that you would get pieces, all of the pieces were shaped the same, and, you know, you had one color, maybe 2 colors with each pill. However, with this, specifically, you have multiple colors. Right there, Proton John has a Z piece that has 4 bits in it, all different colors. Well, most of them different colors, so it's a little bit more confusing to actually get through this. What I would say is that if you don't make a mistake, it's pretty simple, but if you do make a mistake, it gets very complicated quickly.
Yeah, I would agree with that based on the short amount of time I played it, but then... As you know, Bro Essential, I'm terrible at Dr. Mario to begin with, so a slightly weirder and more difficult version of Dr. Mario, a worse version of Dr. Mario, is even worse for me.
Yes. I love it. Yeah, there are people who are going to be defending this game. I fully expect that. The thing is, it's playable, but once you get any mistakes at all, Proton John has a yellow on top of 2 greens, and that one is going to be a little bit tricky to clear out. And he needs to do it before he clears the bombs. So the bombs are essentially clear all of that color. And you can get them at the end, you can get them at the beginning. Either way, it looks like John has found a piece that may work, but he needs to clear out this red piece, and he's having a bit of a hard time with that. No, John! The indecision! This looks like a cell phone game, High Spirits. It gets a little bit rough.
What's happening to John right now is basically exactly what happened to me, and I spent probably about 3 or 4 minutes just clearing stuff out, and then I magically succeeded, and I have no idea how.
Yeah, this is just what happens in this game. Once you start messing up in this game, it's very difficult to get back into this. Here's the deal. We're only... Oh, yeah?
I was going to say, the problem isn't so much that, like, I had difficulty because I was going to lose once I started messing up. It was just that correcting my mistakes took so much time that makes it really, really mean in a timed race like this.
Oh, yeah. And simply put, if you know that you're racing somebody and you're messing up, you're going to be stressed out and probably make even more mistakes. So, biggest thing that they'll need to do is remember to keep their nerves calm throughout, especially the beginning of this match, because this game gets very frustrating very quickly.
I think I made it to about round 8. But I can imagine how awful it's going to get later on.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the bombs are extremely helpful if you can clear them. They're the flashing ones at the bottom. However, later on, there's going to be a lot of junk blocking them, and that makes it much more difficult. So, right now we're seeing the early stages. It's not going to stay like this for long.
Corndon, please don't choke to death, especially not on stream.
I'm dying.
Don't do that.
I did let them know, by the way. If you have a spoiler, go ahead and whisper, or a strategy for them. You know, whisper to me. Don't say it in chat because it may give them information that they shouldn't have. So, one thing that I did tell them is that if they had to reset for some reason, if they had anything show up, they could, as long as they started on the same round that they were on previously. Now, we're still really early on. Zembar is on round 7. I don't believe we're going to see all the way through all the different rounds here, though.
I would be very surprised.
I would be amazed.
I love the birds in the background, though. They're kind of cute.
I want to give them a degree of props for this, in that they kind of took the Tetris formula and tried to do something a little bit different with it, and I'm assuming this was before Dr. Mario. It just has problems.
Yeah, it for sure has problems. It's very problems. John almost went for something that could have helped, but then opted out of it. I don't know if that was a good choice or not.
Oh god, this was 2 years after Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, they've got no excuse. This is
okay,
ridiculous.
John is going to be able to clear this one. Just don't put the wrong piece on. And John is through. Moving on to round 6. Zembar is on round 9. Now remember, it will get a lot slower the further into this game they get. So right now Zembar is picking away at round 9, but I imagine John, as long as he doesn't make too many mistakes, will start catching up.
Yeah.
This music, it just feels like it's taunting you the entire time. Deep, deep, deep. Like, this is not Tetris music, okay? I don't care what your mother says.
Why would my mother think this is Tetris music?
I don't know your mother. She might be very confused.
Are you making assumptions about my mother on stream?
You know it. Okay, Zembar through round 9, on to round 10. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, so you'll see there are occasionally going to be, I think, pieces... Most of them have 4 pieces. I think I saw 1 or 2 that had 5 pieces, though, instead of 4.
There are bits of this game that just confuse the heck out of me.
Yeah.
I don't understand why certain things happen.
Zembar is starting to realize that he's in a bit of trouble on the left side here. Gotta get to that red, but how is he gonna do it? And clearing it out that way is
Apparently,
probably... He did it. He did a good
quite
job
successfully, as it turns out.
Nice. When did this game come out? Like, I don't know.
Let me find out. I'll go and do our usual research. 1993.
A lot of like.
This came out on the Game Boy, the NES, and the SNES as well.
The NES and the SNES. Yeah. And I know that it was on Game Boy.
Oh my god, and Dr. Mario came out in 1990. So, yeah, this was 3 years after Dr. Mario.
I want to point out something that Zembar did. He put a block down and slid the rest of them over. That one was already rested, so it wasn't moving anymore. Interesting. Interesting strategy there.
I noticed that you can do that with the ones, the blocks that aren't directly connected.
John has also learned that.
Yep. You can't do it with sort of the T pieces or the S pieces or anything like that. Those are all connected to each other. But if you have one of the weird blocks where there are 1 or 2 blocks that aren't directly connected, then once one set of it has landed, you can still move the other bit freely as it falls.
Yeah. Ooh, very nice drop there, John, using a combo in order to clear out the bomb. So the meta game of this, essentially, is get down to where you can destroy the bombs. There we go. Okay, Proton John on round 8. He's starting to really get this, which is good to see. But again, getting down to the bombs, getting much harder on Zembar's side. As you see, they're down there, but there's no good path to get down there. Not only that, but he just placed a block that's going to block it even more.
I think the way I managed to proceed with this in my excessive 10 or 15 minutes of playtime was...
I love it.
Just through sheer blind luck of chain reactions. Where I would screw up horribly and everything would be terrible, and then I would manage to somehow take out 4 blocks and then everything else would magically fall into place and I would win.
Oh yeah, that happened to me plenty. It looks like John got a pretty good clear right there. It's going to allow him to get rid of these greens. Which is worse, Tetris 2 or Tetris Plus? I'm not sure. We could have given Tetrisphere, which would have been an interesting match.
Tell me of Tetrisphere, because I don't know what this is. I can imagine what this is based on the name, but give me details.
You need details? Or is it Tetrisphere? It's the one on the N64 that has 3D graphics, and you sort of need to clear... You have a little friend bouncing around. This is being really difficult to describe. Okay, you've got this little friend who bounces around, and you've got to free your friend, okay?
That's the worst description.
It's a good description. It's as accurate as I can get right now.
That doesn't make it a good description.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so it's
John
a game where you have a little friend who's bouncing around and you have to free him, and somehow this...
Yeah, he's in the middle of a sphere that's constructed out of Tetris pieces. And so you have to clear the pieces in order for your friend to escape.
Alright, I'm going to look up Tetrisphere now. I'm going to... Oh my god, Tetrisphere was apparently originally slated for release on the Atari Jaguar, in which case no one would ever have played it.
Well, yeah.
That would have been for the best.
I'm gonna go
and I think about an hour into it, still didn't know exactly what was happening.
I'm gonna have a brief look at some Tetrisphere gameplay, and then I'm gonna see if I can give a better description than you managed.
You have to free your friend. Okay, you have a friend who's locked up in the sphere. Okay, the sphere made of block pieces, and you have to free him. And if you don't, then you run out of time, and he's not free. I don't understand it.
Apparently you get to choose a robot or something.
That sounds possible. Not sure.
They
Really
have
not sure.
different speed and power.
Oh yeah! I don't remember how those matter at all, but they do. Proton John got the jerk piece right there. Okay, let's...
Wow, this game looks tremendously confusing.
I know, right? And
Tetris.
there's a character selection with robots, and then your robot, you have... I don't know, and then you don't actually place pieces. Well, you do, but you have to. You can only place the pieces on a piece that looks like that piece.
Yeah. And then, for some random reason, lots of pieces around them explode. And meanwhile, it's incredibly creepy because the robot you've chosen is staring at you inside the sphere.
That's about right,
just
yeah.
watching you.
Oh my gosh. John, don't stress. You can do this. He's starting to... You can see all of the trash piling up. He's stressing, trying to figure out how to clear this crap here.
He needs to take my strategy of just kind of, you know, let things pile up and smash a block and everything will work out fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm terrible at Tetris games. I just want to point this out.
Yeah, I know that, like, I was talking with Proton John a little bit, and he's like, this round scares me because he's good at platformers, and he knew that getting something that's not a platformer may be enough to destroy him. That's okay, try again, he's more than welcome to do that. And they may try again as much as needed, so if they manage to get stacked up and just cannot complete a stage, that's fine, just go ahead and start over.
Okay, I need an explanation of how these bombs work.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
Sometimes, like half the time, it seems like destroying a bomb of one color will destroy all of the blocks of that color, and sometimes that doesn't seem to happen.
Well, it only gets rid of the sort of blocks with the circles inside. You know, so you clear one of the bombs.
The blocks that you would have to clear anyway.
Yeah. So essentially, it's a race down to the bombs, and as soon as you get rid of the bombs, you clear the stage. That's
I thought you said it was a race to the bottom, and I was like, yep.
You got to race to the bottom.
Well, let's face it, that's Kusogrand3 in a nutshell.
Well,
Yep.
Race to the bottom, peeps.
There are so many things about this that I definitely don't understand. I may have to look up a manual for this and see if that will clarify things for me.
Well, at least this one, you have bugs instead of a friend who's trapped and who you have to free. They're ants. Look at the cute little ants in the background. Okay, we had a bird at first, but we moved on to ants because it's Tetris 2.
Oh, okay. Now I think I understand.
Okay.
Okay. No, I was getting confused. I didn't realize there was a difference between the blocks that flash and the blocks that don't flash, because they flash so sporadically that I assumed they were all flashing just at different times. It becomes a lot more clear in the later rounds that this is not the case. So, okay, now I understand. I am dumb. It's fine.
John sped through round 12 right there. Zembar's been a little bit stuck. Again, I say, as when they make more progress, they're going to get stuck quite frequently. I don't think we're going to see through round 30, which, from what I understand, is the last round, but I'm not 100% sure.
I believe it's like 80 or something like that. There's a lot.
The further they get into this, the slower they are going to go, just because of the fact that there are going to be more blocks, things are going to be trickier.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely gonna get trickier. I don't necessarily think that the gameplay is terrible, but the way that the blocks come out, sometimes, like, there's just no good way to use some of these blocks.
Yep. And because it kind of forces you to push 4 garbage blocks onto the screen, and so you wind up filling up your space, and things go horribly wrong very quickly.
Oh yeah.
No matter what you do, you are going to have to deal with this crap.
So chat, don't talk about it, because Proton John has a strategy that we don't want to share too much. He when he sees that things are going south, what he's doing is just stacking things up to get a reset on the level. Zembar has not done that. He's fought through essentially the piles of crap that he's had and just worked with whatever is there. Now, that strategy may end up paying off for John, but we'll have to see. You know, that's part of the excitement of these matches.
Chat, I've got a special game for you. In case this isn't enough for you, I want you to time how long the music loop is in this game. Just so that we can figure out how often we are going to hear this music over the course of the hour-long match.
Now, if you really wanted to, he could reset, go to the menu, choose a different song. That's not gonna happen, though. Like, this music is so not appropriate for Tetris, okay?
That might actually be a valid strategy, because you will go less insane over the course of the hour.
It's true. I like the Who did the music here? Oh my gosh.
Satan.
Satan. Actually, he's listed in the credits. I have no idea. I'm looking.
I would laugh hysterically if it turned out that somehow the same person who did the music for Quick Man's stage was the person responsible for this, because that would just be perfect.
I'm trying to look to see if there's anybody who could possibly, because they just have it listed as staff in the credits. But let me see if there's one who does a lot of music.
No one was willing to.
They don't want to take credit for this music. Wow, someone who did production for like all of the Pokemon games helped with this.
Okay, so 42 seconds is what chat reckons.
That's not too bad. By the way,
That
Proton
means-
John is almost catching up at this point.
That basically means that we are hearing, every 2 minutes, we are hearing the loop 3 times. Roughly.
Beep, beep, beep. Okay, so it could have been the person who did music for Yoshi's Safari or sound for Dragon Ball Z Gaiden, Saiyajin Zetsumetsu, Keikaku.
You're just making up words now.
No, I'm not! Those are the real words! I'm using real words.
I think you have to... Hang on, it's a Dragon Ball Z game. Don't you have to, like, take a break between episodes before you finish the title?
Sure. I'm taking a break right now. Well, one of the people who wrote the script for Wind Waker worked on this game.
Wind Waker is a really good Zelda game.
Oh yeah, fully
But
recommend.
is it a good Tetris game?
It's a great Tetris game.
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's not this one, so...
Yeah, I'm taking a look, and nobody else really works on music except that one person who did music for 2 other games. I'm betting
Also,
it's them.
I think that if either of them picked none for their music option when starting this game up, we would have had to instantly disqualify them.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Okay, there's a producer for Tetris 2.
Also, Ocarina of Time is a really bad Zelda game.
Oh, the hot takes here. Keikaku means plan. I love the word Keikaku. Everything's going according to Keikaku. Wait, Zetsumetsu is extinction? Uh-oh. It's an extinction plan. No!
Zetsumetsu sounds much too playful to be extinction.
Well,
that's like the cutest way of saying extinction.
We're gonna kill you with Zetsumetsu Keikaku. What's that? Oh, Justin saying, oh no, I hope it's not. It's Dragon Ball Z, I don't think it is.
It's Dragon Ball Z, so who cares?
Yeah. Plan to eradicate the science. Okay.
Well, apparently it didn't work because we've still got Dragon Ball series going on.
Well, it wasn't the 9th plan, that's the problem.
But that only works if it's from outer space.
Well, maybe they should have gone to space then.
The Saiyans are from outer space, so...
Oh. This music.
No.
I hate this
Don't make
music.
me think of this music anymore, please.
Proton John is 1 round behind Zembar at this point. I think that with the strategy that he's using, he may be able to pass Zembar. But again, we're going to have to see how it goes.
I mean, it is worth noting again that, like we said, the earlier rounds can be cleared pretty quickly. The later rounds, they're going to start getting closer and closer in terms of time, just because of how long it takes to clear each one. Oh, okay.
Gosh.
Is this our new time mechanism? Tetris 2 loops. We move on from Tims. We measure things in both Tims and in Tetris 2 music loops.
Tetris
How
2
many
music
Tims?
is more like 5 years per loop.
Yeah, how many Tims are there in a Tetris 2 loop? The Tetris 2 loop is 42 seconds, and a Tim is 3 seconds.
I'm loving the way that Proton John's like navigating in round 18. This is pretty funny.
That's 14. There are 14 Tims in a Tetris 2.
That's a lot. Okay, Proton John just clearing a path to the middle. I think that's exactly what he needs to do here. Well, never mind. It was a good try.
So a Tetris 2 is a 4 Tim.
And there we go.
Or just do reload UI.
John
For
taking
the-
intentional death.
For those who are new here and don't know what a Tim is a measurement of unit used in Kusogrand3 games. It comes from, I think, Spider-Man 3 on the Game Boy,
Yeah.
where time is not written out as time. It is written out as Tim for some reason, and 1 Tim equates to about 3 seconds.
Yeah. We're nerds. That's all you had to say, Faizu. We're nerds.
So so there are 14 Tims in a Tetris.
I think John is going to pass Zembar in just a little bit because John has cleared 2 of the bombs here and is going for his 3rd.
The other thing is, this does take, or one of the other things that this takes from Tetris, I noticed, is that the more blocks you clear, and yes, we have John taking the lead.
Yeah, that is an official lead change. He came back, I think it was 3 or 4 stages behind, but holy cow, that was nice.
Ugh, but yes, the one thing it takes is the more blocks that you clear, I think regardless of whether they are the fixed blocks or whether you are just clearing ones of 3 or 4, the faster the speed gets. So it does take that from Tetris, at least, in terms of the more you clear, the faster things go.
I feel bad for Zembar right now because he's trying to get that last bomb on the right side, but that's going to be a lot of work.
You say this, and then...
Well, never mind. Whatever.
He took my game plan. You just clear a block, and then somehow there's a chain reaction, and you win.
That was a good chain reaction. I did not see that happening. Zembar getting an early good start on round 19. He may move back into the lead if John struggles with this. But John, clearing got a bomb right there. What's that?
Come on, Dan.
Oh, I was talking to Angela.
Oh, okay.
Apparently picked me up.
I'm really liking how this match is going so far. Like, I'm surprised.
I'd be liking this match a lot more if I had it muted, but unfortunately, I'm apparently a Brosensha fan, so...
I'm not.
I don't like... You're not? Oh my gosh, Corndan. Proton John could have cleared this stage right there, but unfortunately did not see a move that would get rid of the reds above the bomb. So he's having to grind just a little bit more. The thing is, it's very easy to miss certain plans, certain strategies. He definitely needs to clear out and do this horizontal, though, which it's going pretty well. Okay, he's got this in just a second. There we go. Proton John keeping the lead.
One of the things that super confused me about this was just the fact that because with the unconnected blocks, you can kind of move them after the first piece clicks into place.
Yes.
I kept trying to do that with other things like the T-shaped blocks, where I would have
do it with
the three. Exactly. I would like lock in the 3, and then I would try to move the 1, and no, can't do that because they are connected.
Yeah, the frustrating thing about this is that some of the shapes are really useful, and some of them are just butts. Not only that, but like it's easy to get distracted by everything here and not go for the goal, which Proton John is going for the goal right now and just clearing stuff out left and right.
2 rounds ahead at this point.
Zembar looking for some good red blocks to drop. Is he going to go?
The bombs are the flashing blocks, which tend to appear at the bottom.
Yes.
And if I understand correctly, when you clear those out, it will clear all blocks of that colour, including the fixed blocks that you have to remove to win.
That is correct. Now, I would say Zembar is doing a fantastic job, but hasn't quite gotten the metagame of how to get through the levels quickly. John... What's that?
Well, Zembar is sad because they caught on to a little bit of the... They could be ahead of John right now. They have been able to beat round 19 a while ago and then block themselves in.
Yes. So figuring out the metagame... I think is absolutely key to winning this race.
And don't worry, it took me looking up the manual to realise that only some blocks were flashing, and it wasn't all of them, because they do it so goddamn sporadically.
It's just at the bottom, Faizu. Look, there are 3 blocks. Look, Proton John has 3 blocks. That's it. Just those 3.
I know, but it's on the earlier levels where there are so few blocks and they flash like once every 2 seconds, something like that. It just when there are so few of them, I just kind of mentally assumed that it was all of them, and it was just kind of pointing out, hey, these are the blocks that you need to clear.
It sort of feels like that, yeah.
Like you would
John...
think that maybe they would use a different... They wouldn't be exactly the same as the other blocks, except that they flash every 2 seconds.
Yeah. John sort of trapped himself in, so he's having to do some scrambling in order to get to the yellow block, but managed to do that. The scary thing is that with later rounds, because of how many things are blocking the top part of the stages, it's hard to get down to the bottom. It's hard to actually reach that and clear them out. So
yeah, I'm just kind of looking in horror at the screens that they are trying to clear now. Like once they've done some stuff, and I admit some of them probably aren't as bad as they look, because you've got blocks of the same color starting right next to each other, so you drop one red in place and you're going to get rid of a bunch of fixed blocks. But yeah.
Zembar, though, is moving on to round 20. Proton John still holding on to the lead here. Oh geez, Zembar just moving that red block all the way down. I like it.
Cunning.
I think he's going to get his first death here, and maybe Zembar will start to realize that there's an advantage to dying in this.
Quite possibly.
That was not very sad music. Kind of sad. A little sad. Tiny bit.
I mean, I will say, I played this before when I saw the game being handed out to them. I kind of enjoyed myself, but I only played up to about round 8, and I am so tired and brain fried and wanting to play something utterly mindless that, yeah, this seemed fine to me, but that's probably because I'm in exactly the sort of mood where this does seem fine. I wouldn't take that as any sort of endorsement that this is a good game.
Yeah, I think...
I had it as a kid.
Did you like it?
I did.
Huh. Well, I like Bart versus the World, and I was a dumb child.
Yeah, kids are dumb, it's true.
Kids are dumb.
I mean, I do like it for the same reason I like Dr. Mario, though.
Yeah.
Right, it's Dr. Mario with weirder pieces. Let's be honest, that's what it is.
Yeah, why not just play Dr. Mario, though?
It's Dr. Mario with weirder pieces, and it took them 3 years to decide on doing that.
Yeah, and not only that, but it was Nintendo that did it. So it's like, Nintendo, you already made Dr. Mario. You don't need to do this with Tetris. It's just, no, don't. Please don't. Dr. Mario 2, a hard pill to swallow. I like it.
To note that time out, yes, John has figured out that he can take intentional deaths to reset if he gets into a bad situation with no penalty, and it's faster than just trying to clear things out.
Yep.
Not sure that Zembar has figured this out yet, so because the races are required to be in chats, that needs timing out.
Yeah, essentially, this game is teaching, hey, you make mistakes, abandon all hope. That is the lesson of Tetris 2.
It's a good lesson for life.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very
anyway,
practical.
Going back to kids being dumb.
Oh?
I don't really have much to add, just, kids are dumb. They're like regular humans, only terrible, broken versions that haven't figured out not to eat dirt.
So they're just like teenagers.
They're basically like Kusogrand3 players.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be a special sort of person to willingly sign up for this level of torment.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to point out, John is having a little bit of a hard time with round 24, and I think that's because he actually has to start clearing out a good amount of the junk on top, and nobody likes to do that, okay? They like to just skip to the bottom, but you can't at this point. You have to actually do some work to get down there. And so, unlike Dr. Mario, where you can clear stuff exactly the same towards the top, this... You've trained yourself to just go after the gold, the flashing bombs at the bottom, and you get to struggle. It's just the game of struggle now.
This is the point where they actually have to fight their way down to the bottom, and the RNG and horrible blocks that they are given are going to cause them far more problems.
Oh, yeah.
Because again, the problem with this is just that you will wind up getting completely useless blocks that will just give you essentially 4 blocks of garbage that will fill up the screen and make things much more difficult for you.
Yeah. But with Dr. Mario, usually when you only had 2 blocks, you had to deal with 1 that was the incorrect color. Here, you may have 1 block you want and have to deal with 3 blocks that are incorrect. Ooh, Proton John just slid right in there and got rid of a bomb. That is huge. Shut up.
What was that shut up for?
Nothing. I thought you were laughing at something that sounded, I don't know, nothing.
Okay.
Wannabe cat, no. Nothing about sliding in. No.
Rosentia, did you say something quotable again?
Probably not at all.
Or is it one of those quotes that we would have to then delete?
Yeah, we would definitely
Okay.
have to delete that one. That's why,
Okay.
Faizu. That's why I told you to shut up, because I thought you heard me. I thought you were listening.
No, I am listening. I'm just too... Look, my brain is fried, man.
Proton John has new animals in the background. What would you say this animal is?
It's a monkey.
That is a terrifying alien monkey.
Alien monkey? But, question, what is the back limb? Because you've got 2 arms on the front, you've got 2 legs, you've got the tail, and then you have that.
Do you really want to know?
You
I think we can
That's-
pass on that.
bro, that is clearly the monkey's 3rd leg.
Oh, jeez. Well, too lewd for Twitch, everybody. We're banned. We're banned
No,
for
not at
now.
all. I'm just saying it has 3 legs.
Okay, it's got 3 legs. Okay.
I mean, a toddler drew the monkey.
A really dumb toddler. Like... If I were raising a toddler, they would be disciplined over this picture. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, CL Vidri. Oh no!
No, I'm taking credit for that subscription.
Thank you, Faizu. I appreciate it. What? Oh my gosh! Proton John is through round 25, moving on to round 26. This is looking really good for him. I was worried because Proton John was behind for a good amount of time, but he definitely got into something that's working for him.
How long is left on the timer? Probably about 20 minutes?
Between 18 and 19 minutes at this point.
Yes, I can do counting. I'm impressed.
This is the
And
first
yes.
time, by the way, everybody, that we've had a Tetris 2 in Kusogrand3. I was thinking of something that wasn't a platformer, and...
I'm gonna guess this is probably the first time we've had Tetris anything in Kusogrand3.
Oh, yeah.
Like, most Tetris games are actually pretty good. And yes, Malcontentious, this is as far as they can get within the 1 hour time limit.
Yes.
Anyway, you were talking about how this is the first time we had Tetris 2 in Kusogrand3.
Yep. And I think this is a really nice experiment with how puzzle games go in the tournament, because we really haven't had too many.
I mean, we do a lot of platformers because
Oh, yeah.
everyone has experience with platformers. Puzzle games, a lot of times people either tend to be really good at them and they play a lot of puzzle games, or they don't like puzzle games and they don't touch them. But this one has, I feel, been pretty even, honestly. I mean, you can point out that John is 6 rounds ahead right now, but I still think that this one has been a pretty even race throughout.
I think so. Now, remember, everybody watching, there's been a lot of positivity for Proton John. Be sure to cheer them both on, because I'm sure Zembar is starting to feel the frustration kick in with this game.
Yep. We like to cheer everybody on here.
We like to be positive.
Yes, exactly.
Because they're suffering for our entertainment. Yeah, that's another thing. I really don't know how the randomness in this game works and how the game decides what pieces you get and what colors are in the pieces. I have no idea.
No, I've got no idea either. But yeah, I mean, if it's one of those things, if a racer happens to glance over at chat and sees a wall of text cheering for the other person, it's a little bit disheartening. Yeah. And we like to encourage our runners, both of them. So cheer for everyone.
Yay, people! Okay, Proton John just unfortunately lost that level. That's okay. It happens to everybody.
Glitch man, this game is like Dr. Mario, only worse. With more randomness and horror. And Nazca lines for some reason.
Yeah, I would definitely say that the problem isn't having 3 colors in this game. That's what Dr. Mario had. The problem is having pieces that are more complicated and that can potentially have more than 2 colors. When's Tetris? Somebody suggested that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
What was the Tetris game that would always give you the worst possible piece?
Every Tetris game.
No, I mean like it analyzed what pieces would be least useful for you.
Oh, that's right. There was one online. Oh, Buttress? Bastet? Oh, yeah, that might have been it.
There may be several of them. Hatris may be another one.
I thought it was Hatris. Doesn't it have hats?
Don't know, bro. This was years ago.
Like, if I look this up and I find out that Hatris does not have hats, I'm gonna be so angry.
Hatris does in fact have hats.
Okay, it does have hats. Okay, I'm not delusional here.
I mean, it's not an entirely out there concept of a Tetris game giving you the worst piece possible, so I'm fairly certain there are multiple versions of it. And I bet you were really hoping that I was going to say it's not an out there concept that a Tetris game has hats in it.
Oh, it literally is about stacking hats, yeah.
We need more Tetris games. We need more Tetris games about random items of clothing.
Oh boy. I'd be okay with that. Girdletris. Just girdles all over the place.
It's like different levels. Like sometimes you have to stack shoes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's pairs of jeans. Sometimes it's a nice dress shirt.
A nice dress shirt. Wow, this sounds inspirational.
Sutris. Excellent,
Sutris.
Kate.
Ooh, I like it. Girdles?
Well, I mean, they did make a Tetris with faces.
That sounds horrifying.
I don't
it
want it.
It kind of is.
Wow, Proton John. I feel like he's gonna die in just a little bit because he blocked himself off and everything is terrible at the moment. Yeah, he's gonna just start this stage over.
I love the way you phrase these things. He's going to try and start this stage over, and then the game is not going to cooperate, and he's going to think about continuing on instead.
He was trying to stack them, I think, but it keeps going.
I think you're right. But then...
What was that?
Go on,
my wife's scaring with the cat with a canned air.
Your wife is a monster.
I think she's actually cleaning out her computer, but all I know is I heard the sound and the cat ran off.
You know what? I mean, it's a good enough reason, scare the cats.
If she's no, it's not. If she's cleaning out the computer, that's one thing. If she's just doing this because she's a sadist who hates your cat,
I want to chase a cat around with a can of air now. Okay, this sounds like a good way to spend an afternoon.
If you try and chase me around with a can of air, I will poke you.
Please don't poke me.
Exactly.
No, Justin. No, Justin. He got a can of air. Stop it.
This is why I love it when Justin randomly turns up on stream.
Because he just sprays me with air? I don't need air. Wait.
Yes, you do, bro. Everyone needs air.
Actually, yeah. My body's so dumb it doesn't even know how to sleep at night. I have to have a tube hooked up to my face. So I really need air. Anyways, welcome to Kusogrand3. We've got like 11 minutes left. Zembar, I don't know if Zembar is going to be able to catch up at this point. Like, he might be. I don't know. It would be hard.
It would take a. It would be. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it is incredibly unlikely. And yeah, welcome to Kusogrand3, where we lose our minds because of terrible looping music after about 40 minutes and just start talking about random things. See, normally I want to mute the music. Right now, I just want to mute Brossentia.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Zembar is into the five-legged monkey stage. Yeah, look, Justin. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's got 3 legs and it's got 2 arms.
Fine, 3-legged, 2-armed monkey. I don't know. Arms are just fancy legs.
Okay, that's getting added as a Utah fact.
It's a Utah fact, okay? Arms are fancy legs.
Brossentia, what number Utah fact is this?
All of them. I don't know. I don't keep track of every fact in the state.
You should. All right, I'm calling it Utah fact 98.
Utah fact 98. Okay, sounds good. Wow, Faizu, just creating false numbering systems for our facts here.
You're normally the one who gives me the number.
Well, guess what? I don't know it. If I gave you a number, it would be a lie.
There we go. Oh, we've got Utah education facts as well.
Oh boy. Yeah, we have some really good education facts here in Utah. They're the best facts you'll find anywhere, okay? Ask your mother.
And yes, Brossentia has been saying dumb things for long enough that we have 995 quotes.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I'm fairly sure I'm responsible for adding a lot of these because Brossentia very foolishly gave me the ability to add quotes and I've been abusing it ever since.
Oh, Faizu, taking all the credit for me being... You can take my dumbness credit, okay? Just take it away.
No, I'm just taking credit for noting your dumbness. I'm like your stenographer of idiocy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got like 8 minutes. We've got 8 minutes. It's a stenographer. There's somebody who documents stuff. They stenograph it. They're in charge of being stenographing.
A stenographer is someone who transcribes speech into text, basically. Yeah, usually shorthand, I think, but
it's usually used nowadays in like courtrooms.
Yeah,
yes.
So if you see that grumpy lady sitting there and just pushing on the stenographer, then she's stenographer. That's what she's doing, okay? She's the best grumpy lady in all the courtroom. You want to You know, if you treat her nice, she'll slip you a sucker.
Bro.
What?
Nobody quote that. We'd have to delete that one.
Yep.
I don't know what I just said.
You never know what you just said.
I'm from Utah. We're all stupid innocent here, okay?
Bro, I'm going to DM you what you just said.
Oh no. Oh no. Whatever, I married a dude and I'm still stupid.
And I'm nice enough to chat that I'm actually muting my microphone before I do typing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it looks like we have a raid. Hello. Hello, everybody. I have no idea who raided us, but someone did. Hello. Come join.
Hello, Ravens.
What's
Welcome.
that? Yeah, the five-legged monkey is the boss of this stage. Okay, let me see what Faizu sent me. How is that bad?
How do you not see how that's bad?
Oh! Okay, I'm done. Oh,
We know this.
I know. Why do I have to be so dumb? I just had to read it. I had to read it. Would it be better if I said lollipop? Justin said yes. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and keep going. Oh, everybody's saying no. Okay, never mind. Let's just jump back in. Zembar clearing round 21 and moving on to 22.
How long have we got left on this now, bro? Because I haven't got the timer up on my screen.
We have 5 minutes. 5 minutes left. And Proton John is on round 28 while Zembar is on round 22. Again, it's going to be very difficult for Zembar to get caught up, but if he can manage to get some decent bombs here, which, look, we've got the yellow on the left. If he can get that, it will help really quickly.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to calculate the time remaining in both Tim's and Tetris 2 music loops.
This music is... This is not okay music for Tetris. Faizu.
This is not... No, bro, this is not okay music.
It's barely music, okay?
I mean, actually, no, I tell a lie. This would be acceptable music for, like, a colourful platformer. It would be acceptable music for one level that you see once. It's not acceptable for an hour of Tetris 2 loop.
Yeah. Like, Dr. Mario had jamming tunes, okay? But this is like, hey, I'm going on a safari, and... This
feels like the sort of music I would...
It's cutscene music.
This feels like the sort of music I would expect from, like, Kid Cool Stage 1-1 or something like that.
Yeah, that might actually be an improvement to some of Kid Cool music.
And speaking of Kid Cool, Brosentia, when are you getting around to your
Let me finish Back to the Future first. Gotta finish Back to the Future, gotta finish Rambo, and then we can talk. But it's before AGDQ. That's the goal.
Okay. I'll be back in just one moment.
Go, go, go. Okay. I'm watching this. So, Proton John's strategy has definitely paid off so far. It's doing well. Get X many blocks in one clear and it nukes all normal blocks of that color. I don't know what that means necessarily. Apparently if you clear a bunch of blocks of the same color at the same time, you may end up managing to clear a whole bunch of the blocks of that color. I'm not completely sure, though. Yeah, Weird Dreams is definitely a bad game, Smite, but guess what? That was for you. I'm really enjoying this match, though. We've got 2 minutes left. We are starting to get close to the end. Proton John managed to get up to round 29. Zembar currently on 22. Oh, so everybody we only have a couple loops of this music left, so savor them.
No.
Fine.
We have had some very, very bad games, Kusogrand3. Weird Dreams is not what I would put in the bottom tier.
I don't know. I would put it pretty far down.
Yeah, but we've had worse.
I mean, have we?
Yes.
Okay, other people say yes. So, yes, I don't know. Looks like Proton John just lost that round, but is getting pretty far still. Yeah, this could definitely be Orb 3D, which I feel is a worse game. But Orb 3D had more decent music, as in, I don't think it had any music. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're down to 20 seconds left. We're almost done. Oh, it had music? I don't know, I've played a lot of Orb 3D, but I can't remember any of it. Okay, Proton John getting another loss right there. Zembar just trying to get to the end of this round, but it's not going to happen because we are done. That is the match. We have finished.
GG's to both.
Indeed.
And to everyone who managed to suffer through that music for an hour.
My gosh, I lived. Yeah, I've muted it. You cannot hear the music anymore.
Oh my god, I've muted the music and I can still hear it.
I know, it'll never go away. It'll always be here. And it looks like Zembar is hopping in here. Zembar, that was a really fun match, and you had a very strong beginning. So what are your thoughts about this?
It's a fun game. It's nothing bad about it.
Nothing
It's
bad
just-
about it?
It's Tetris and Dr. Mario.
Okay, Tetris and Dr. Mario. Proton John sneaking in as well. What about you?
buddy? That was a thing. That was a thing.
Okay, what do you mean by thing?
So I brought like a full glass of water down because I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need this to concentrate and focus. I went full dry mouth, just completely spaced out. I had no idea how I was doing. I hope that did good. Now that I can blink again, I think I did okay.
So just to recap, where people got, Zembar got to round 22 and Proton John made it to round 29.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing. Zembar, here's what happened. You started out super strong and Proton John was struggling. But then Proton John sort of switched his strategy, and instead of going when he made a mistake, he would just, get a game over on that stage and start it over fresh. And that ended up, paying off quite a bit. So that, John, it was that strategy that won you this match.
Oh, well, that's good to hear, because I thought I was behind the entire game and I was freaking out. My chat said at one point John's behind by like 6. I'm like, Jesus!
Yeah, you were behind by a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weirdly a really, really close race in that sense. It was back and forth, and up until sort of the last 5-10 minutes or so, it still felt like there was a possibility of catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
so what are your
good
thoughts
game.
about the game, Proton John? Zembar is like, I like this game.
I can definitely see why you don't like it, but it's kind of got some cool ideas.
Yeah, I'd say some of the ideas are cool, maybe failed in some senses, but I can see why people like it.
The problem, I think, is that those cool ideas were mostly from Dr. Mario, which came out 3 years beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, but it was made also by Nintendo.
He's not wrong. I mean, if I wanted to play something like this, I'd just go play Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
But I don't think it completely is terrible.
Yeah, I'd say the biggest problem
it was.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying it was fun, and I'm not that great at Tetris.
I want to ask you both what you thought of the music, because that was something that we kept talking about here.
I'm gonna be real. I stopped hearing the music about 5 minutes in.
Yeah, the music's kind of bad, but.
Oh geez, like seriously, I'm gonna go to sleep and that's all I'm gonna hear in my dreams. That music. It's
Zembar, did you
42
pick A, B, or
seconds
C?
of A.
I don't think I changed it. I didn't even look at the options to see.
So we both had the same monotonous song. Oh.
And it sounds like you're going on a safari and just like it's cutscene.
I'm trying to place it because it reminds me of another NES music that I know, but I can't place what it's reminding me of.
For what it's worth, I had chat calculator this, and we reckon it loops once every 42 seconds.
Oh
so
my
you heard that a lot.
We heard it a lot. Yeah, John, it's going to be hidden in your subconscious, and in like 5 years, you're going to be sitting down to dinner, and you're like, this music that just entered my head, what is this? What is this?
I already have the problem with everything else. I don't need that as well for this.
Well, too
My God,
bad.
I had that the other day with Pickle Wars music of all things.
Oh, Pickle Wars!
Pickle Wars.
I sat down on my couch and music just popped into my head, and I realized later it was Pickle Wars.
Well, it
Did it
sounds
make
like
you
it's
wanna grab
farting
a,
the entire time, you know?
Did it make you want to go get a solid shooter?
It made me want to. Actually, you know what? I'm not saying that.
Proton John, you're going to keep streaming, right?
Yeah, I think I have another tournament to do, and then my
mystery
actual stream
tournament.
starts. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have Smite's mystery tournament, and then I have my actual stream.
Such a busy schedule.
Wow.
Oh, well, here's the
What a-
thing. I'm super busy because my wedding's next week.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Oh my
So
god,
just goes
you're
well.
getting
Condensing
married.
everything together at once.
I'm so happy. Yay, marriage. Zembar, by the way, hit me up sometime for the $20 in Steam games. I'll go ahead and buy what you'd like, as well as send me your address if you want Faithful Findings by Neil Breen. Proton John,
Alright.
go ahead. Best of luck in the future, and we'll come and watch your mystery tournament match. Your mystery tourney match.
Sweet.
I'm trying to think of a good raid message. We'll just say butts.
Oh, you're gonna raid while I'm in the call.
Sure, we're gonna raid you right now.
Oh, my guy's raiding with butts.
Butts.
My fiance would be happy about that.
Well, good. Good. Well, thank you again. This has been a great match. I've got a couple more later tomorrow. Oh, yeah?
GG's to Proton John.
GG, man, that was a good match. I'm nervous now though because the next match was the next one's the one I was worried about because it's either retribution against the person who put me in losers or retribution against the person who put me in losers last year.